guys, this is Laura. I just came on a little bit early to check in with you guys to make sure the sound is okay, that we're not experiencing any lag. I can see your comments here on my TV, so hey everybody. Hi, please shoot me a comment to let me know if you can hear me okay. Thumbs up will work. Awesome. Great, guys. Hi, Amy. And hopefully there's no lag. Hi, Debbie. So guys, for today's practice, a detoxing flow will be working through lots of twists to help really open up the upper back to rev up our metabolism. Hey, Harumi. Hi, Bonnie. Hey, guys. We don't really need any props today. Hi, Leah. Anna, just have a water bottle handy. And if you do have sensitive knees, you might want a pillow or a towel near your mat. Hey, guys. Hello. We'll just wait a couple more minutes here before we begin so everyone can sign on. We will be starting down on our backs in Shavasana. So if you've already signed on, you've got yourself set up your mat, any props, any water that you might need, you can come down to your backs and just get comfortable here. And have your head towards the back of the mat, your feet towards the front of the mat. Hey, I don't think it's going to be streamed on Facebook Live, sorry. But we will be posting this afterwards so that it will be up for 24 hours if you're not able to practice at this exact moment. Hey, hey. Okay, let's just give it one more minute here. Hi. Nice, Anna. I know some of you guys used to come out to the detox hot yoga classes, so maybe you close your windows and you're wearing a sweater. You can sort of imitate the hot yoga situation. But we'll be moving pretty fluidly in a vinyasa flow style practice, so I think we'll get quite warm just simply from the movement, from the efforts that we're going to be putting in. All right, guys, we're going to start pretty promptly so people can just hop on as they're ready if they're not quite here yet. Let's come on down to our backs. We might occasionally see one of my furry friends here wandering through, providing an assist. Come on down to your backs. Just make yourself comfortable on your mat so you can take up a lot of space, or as much space as you have with arms and legs wide. Or if you prefer just supporting the low back, you can bring your feet to the mat and let the knees knock in. Then close your eyes. And start to connect to the natural rhythm of your breath here. And anything else that you can tune into to help bring you more focused inward. So that might be the sensations in the body, how your body's feeling on the mat in this moment. Maybe you're listening for the sound of your rhythmic breathing in and out of your nose. We're going to set a collective intention in today's practice, just a quick 45 minutes to be present. I know that during these times there's a lot of thinking about the future, a lot of worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow, the next day. And I understand, I've been doing it too. But let's try to press pause on that for the next 45 minutes. This is your time to connect more to yourself, to quiet the mind from those busy, anxious thoughts. And we'll use the movement, the poses, as well as that connection to our breath to help us focus our mind. So repeat that intention to yourself. Be present. Be here. And with that in mind, let's seal it in together with one deep breath. In through the nose. way to the top, filling up belly, chest, ribs, throat. Then open the mouth and let out a big sigh. Come back to the breath in and out your nose. And stay with it. Let it guide your movement. Start to stretch the arms overhead. Reach your legs out long, pointing through your toes, reaching through fingertips, full body stretch. And then draw the knees into your chest. And just massage your back into the mat by rocking side to side or drawing circles on your low back. And take the right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg out long. The heel comes down to the mat. Now, if you need to, you might bend the left knee just a little bit here. Open the right arm out to the right side. The palm can be facing up towards the ceiling. You can even put a little bend in your elbow. We're going to scoop your left hip underneath the right and take the right knee across your body for our first twist. Focused on the side here, the right side, the low back. If you're like me and you're really tight there, you might have heard a little bit of a crack, a creak. Breathe. You can turn your head in the direction of the right arm. If there's any stiffness in the neck, you can keep your neck neutral and just look up to the ceiling. And come on back through center with the right knee into the chest. Make sure the hips are even once more on the mat. So reach the arms on either side of your right leg and then curl up, lifting your chin towards your right knee so that the neck is long rather than tucking your chin. Head and shoulders lift off of the mat. Starting to engage the upper abdominals here. And if you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, maybe you lift your left leg to float above the mat. We're going to find some action through the toes. You can choose whether you point the feet, flex them, or yogi toes. You're pointing through the balls of the feet, spreading your toes apart. See if you can curl up a little bit higher, look to the ceiling. Feeling some vibrations starting to happen in the belly for 3, 2, on one. Left knee comes in, extend your right leg long, set the heel down, let your head and shoulders come back to the mat. And then we're going to tuck the right hip under and go into the twist on the second side. Left arm opens out to the left side, shoulder anchors down, right hip scoops under as the left knee goes across your body. And feel free to bend that left elbow a little bit to anchor the shoulder even more. Right hand can come on the outer strip of the left leg. Breathe deeply, and you choose the position that works best for your head. Make your way back through center. Even out your hips, left knee to chest. Reach the arms on either side of your left leg, and again, curl up. Think chin towards the left knee, looking towards the ceiling for your focal point here. And then maybe, if there's no issues with the low back, you do hover that right leg. So the leg that's stretching long. Find that same action through the feet, pointing, flexing, or floating. Try not to hold your breath as you're here. Keep lifting the chest up and off the mat. For 3, 2, and both knees come in on one. Drop the back of your head down, your shoulders down, and again you can kind of roll the low back into the mat. Take the hands behind your legs and then swinging your legs so you start to build up a little bit of momentum. Let's rock and roll the length of the spine onto the mat. So right back between the shoulder blades and up to your sitting bones. We're going to do this about 3 or 4 more times. Maybe when you rock up, you see if you can catch a moment of balance here on your sitting bones for a variation of boats. Lift the chest, then roll back. Last 2, rocking up. Whew. Have fun with it. Last one, make your way onto hands and knees, tabletop. So you can take the legs out to one side. Maybe some of you prefer rolling over shin bones. And then find a stacking here of the bones, the shoulders over the wrists, spreading the fingers, the hips over your knees. We'll start to work through a few rounds of cats and cows. Inhaling to melt the belly, reach the heart through your arms as you arch the back. And exhale to press the mat away. Spread the shoulder blades apart, tailbone to your knees, chin to chest. Again, inhale. Think about stretching long through the front body as your back body gets a bit shorter. Exhale, the back body opens up and you compress, contract your front body. And keep going a few more cycles here on your own, guys. Maybe even getting a little bit more free form with your cats and cows, taking big circles. Any movement here from hands and knees that helps you to get into your body, to work through any stiffness, any tension. Let's meet back in our tabletop. We'll take the right hand slightly forward of the left, so towards the top of the mat. Lift your left arm up to the ceiling, inhaling. Exhaling to thread the left arm underneath the right. Come down to the back of the left shoulder. The left ear can touch the mat, or you can put a pillow underneath your head. Walk your right fingertips forward so that you're creating a little window here with your right arm. Come onto right fingertips so you're tenting the fingers. Roll the right shoulder back as much as you can. Press into the back of the left shoulder. If you need help with balance here, you might tuck your toes under. And either staying here, or some of you, if you'd like a balance challenge, you might start to extend your right leg back. See how that feels. You might even press firmly through the left knee, left shoulder, and the front fingertips and see if you can float the right leg off the mat. Now with this one, if you do happen to roll over, that's totally okay. Our shoulder is tucked, our neck is safe. So if you roll out, roll with it. Last couple of breaths, guys. If you did lift the right leg up, bring the knee back down. Then everyone slide right palm next to your face. We'll unwind the left arm. Take it back up again with an inhale. On your exhale, place the left hand to the mat slightly in front of the right. Second side, right arm lifts up, inhaling. Exhale, take your right arm underneath the left. Come to the back of the right shoulder, right ear to the mat or to your pillow. Then crawl your left fingertips forward. So the left elbow's lifting off the mat. You create that little window with your arm. Try to lean back a little bit here. Staying or trying out that balance again. Keep looking to your left. Maybe you extend the left leg back behind you. And you can always tuck right toes to help with the balance here. See if you can hover that left leg up and off the mat. Big toes facing down. Woo! Maybe roll back. That's totally okay. Let's hold and breathe. Maybe shake. Bring your left knee back down. If you lifted it up, we'll bring the left palm back next to our face. Unwind the right arm. Open it up with an inhale. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Lower your elbows down underneath your shoulders. Spread through the fingers here and step your feet back, forearm plank. So strong legs, press back through your heels. Grab the mat with your fingertips. Lift your belly away from the mat. Take an inhale. And then drop your heels over to the left as you exhale. So your toes are facing the right. Inhale back through center. Exhale, drop your heels to the right. Keep doing that. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. And let's go for just about 20 more seconds here on our own. Exhaling when you drop the heels to one side. Inhaling back through center. Try to keep the elbows hugging towards each other. Drop the hips down as you turn the heels. Last 10 seconds. Take your time. There's no rush to fit a lot of these in 20 seconds. Last 3, 2, and 1. Come back through center. Let your belly come down to the mat. Whew. Take the arms off the mat in line with your chest. Tense your fingertips here. Press through the tops of the feet. Lift up, big cobra. Inhale. Turn the left shoulder, the left ear to the mat as you exhale. Look to your right. Hold one breath. Back through center. Big cobra on fingertips. Inhale. Pull the shoulders down. Right shoulder turns down. Right ear down. Look to your left. Exhale and then hold one breath. Big cobra through center. Inhale. Lift the chest up. And back down to the mat as you exhale. Bring the hands back by your side ribs. Press into your hands, child's pose. Lift the hips and then send them back towards your heels. Let the forehead touch the mat for a moment here. Good. Stretching out the low back. If you need a little bit more time here, stay a couple more breaths. If you're ready for your first downward facing dog, lift the hips off your heels, tuck your toes, then lift the butt up and back and walk your dog out. One foot at a time. Bending knees. Shake out through the head, yes and no. Keep the back of the neck relaxed. Good. Hopefully we're all coming towards our downward facing dog now. Grabbing the mat with our fingertips and pressing down the space between the thumb and the index finger. Good. Keep the knees really soft. Walk your hands towards your toes at the back of the mat. Forward fold. Hold on to opposite elbows. Draping the head down to the mat. Sway it out from side to side. Again, keep the backs of those knees really soft. If it feels good, you might take the hands behind your back, pressing the palms together, lifting the pinky fingers overhead, and find more of a twist through the chest, bending one knee at a time here. Good, then everyone drop fingertips down to the mat. Slow roll up the spine. Let your arms dangle, the head and shoulders dangle as you press through the legs. Then straightening out. Shoulders roll back. Lift your head up last. Reach the arms overhead. Inhaling. Bring the palms through heart center. Bend your knees. Exhale. Fold over your legs down to the mat. Hands to shins. Halfway lift. Inhale. Shoulders back. Reach your chest forward. Fold back down as you exhale. Then crawl your hands forward to a high plank so that the shoulders come over the wrist. Our first full vinyasa here. Feel free to take your chaturanga from knees down. Look forward on your inhale. Exhale, send the chest forward. Bend your elbows. Lower down to that tricep push-up. Cobra pose or upward facing dog. Inhale, lift your chest, shoulders back. Make your way back to your downward facing dog. Exhale. Lift your right leg high on your in-breath. On your out-breath, right knee across to the left arm. Twist. Hold here, roll to the inner edge of the back foot. So now the left toes are pointing to the left. Now, yogi's choice, you can stay here with our hips pivoting to the left, or maybe some of you, we're going to lift up the left hand and curve it over the left ear, so it's reaching for the top of the mat. So very awkward side plank, engaging the right side. Breathe. Good. If you lifted the left hand, bring it back down to the mat. Roll to the ball of the back foot. Right leg goes up again. Inhaling. And then bend your right knee. Open up the hip on your exhale. Stay here for your in-breath. Bring the right knee to your nose as you exhale and step or wiggle that right foot through to your hands. Back knee lowers down to the mat, or if it's sensitive, to a pillow or to a towel. Reach the arms up. Low lunge. Breathe. Okay. Stand really firmly on that front leg. Now, some of you maybe who are really open through the front of the hips and flexible in the low back are sinking really low. I want you to stay upright here so that we're stacking head, shoulders, and hips. Right hand holds the back of the left wrist. Take a big breath in, stretch your left fingertips up, and exhale, lean to your right. Opening up the left side, finding that curve in the left side of your body. Good. If you need a little bit of assistance balancing, you can tuck back toes under so that they grip the mat like fingertips. Last breath. Whew. Lift through center, look up, press your palms together if you can. Inhale. Bring the hands down on either side of your front foot as you exhale. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee off the mat. Pyramid pose. Start to straighten out the front leg. If you need to, you can hop that back foot in a little bit. You can be right up on fingertips here. Pull your heart forward, find a long spine. Hinge the right hip back, the left hip forward. Stay here, or getting deeper into the right calf, maybe lift the front toes, the front ball mound of the foot off the mat, and you're balancing on that front heel. Breathe. One more. Rebend the front knee. Plant your left palm right underneath the left shoulder. Open the right arm up for an open twist. And then pressing into the left hand, roll to the pinky toe to the back foot. Walk the right foot halfway back on the mat so the toes are facing up. Lift your hips. Staying here are 3 points of connection on the mat, or maybe some of you 2 points of connection are stacking right foot on top of the left for side plank. Lift your hips up, everyone. Maybe see if you can lift your eyes up to spot the top hand up there. Hi guys. Breathe. Look down, plank pose, right hand to the mat, step back, roll back, take your vinyasa, shifting forward, lower on your exhale through your chaturanga with or without the knees, cobra or upward facing dog on your inhale. Downward facing dog, we'll meet back on the exhale. Take a big breath in through the nose, out your mouth. Lift your left leg up on your inhale. Exhale, bring the left knee across to the right arm and twist. Then roll to the inner edge of the back foot. So now our hips are facing the left. Stay here, contracting on the left side body, or extend the right arm over the right ear towards the top of the mat. Whew. Nice. Keep pushing through that left hand. Lift your hips a little higher. Look down, right hand to the mat if you lifted it up. Everyone, left leg up and back. Breathe in. Bend the knee, open the hip on your exhale. Hold here for the inhale. Left knee to your nose, look forward, step the left foot between your hands on your exhale. Knee over ankle, lower the back knee to the mat or to your towel or pillow. Rise the arms up, low lunge. Find your breath. Standing really tall on the front leg, feeling yourself find that center of gravity. Left hand will circle behind the right wrist to hold it. Take a big breath in, reach your right arm long, and exhale, lean to your left. Okay, so taking it off center really does challenge the balance here and helps to open up the entire right side. You can have back toes tucked or untucked, whatever's most comfortable for the knee for the balance. Last breath. Lift back through center, look up, press palms together overhead if you can. Inhale. Bring hands down on either side of the front foot on your exhale. Tuck the back toes, lift your back knee off the mat. Pyramid pose, begin to straighten the front leg, lifting your hips up and back, almost like you're going to a down dog. If that's feeling really tight on the front leg, hop your back foot in. Staying up on fingertips here, reaching your chest to the top of the mat. Maybe taking that calf stretch variation where you lift onto the front heel, pulling the toes back. Breathe. Nice. Rebend the front knee. Right palm underneath right shoulder. Make sure the fingers are spread really wide apart. Left arm goes up for your open twist. Gently roll to the pinky toe edge of the back foot. Walk the front foot, the left foot halfway back so the toes are facing out now. Lift your hips, modified side plank. 3 points of connection or 2 points of connection. Left foot stacks on top of the right. Press, lift your hips higher. Challenge your balance by lifting your gaze. And then looking down, we'll find our plank pose. Left hand down, square the hips, the chest. Inhaling, lower through your chaturanga, tricep push-up, exhale. Up dog, cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Lower your knees down to the mat for a moment. Go ahead, grab some water, guys. If you're getting warm like myself, you might towel off a little bit here. Hey everyone. I know we were spending a bit of time on our hands there. Next flow, we're going to focus on legs a little bit more, but let's give our wrists a little bit of attention. Reach the arms straight out in front of you. You can sit up on shin bones or on your pillow. Then turn the fingertips to face down towards the knees. Let the shoulders come forward. And maybe even see if you can stretch the fingertips back towards your chest. Deep stretch here on the forearms, on the backs of the wrist. And again, you can let shoulders come forward. I know it looks a little weird. If you want even more sensation, you're not feeling the stretch too much, you can tuck your thumbs to the center of the hands and wrap your fingertips on top to squeeze your thumb. Then point your knuckles down and back towards your chest. Breathe. If it feels good, whether you're spreading the fingers or holding the thumb, you can roll up the wrists a little bit. Release, shake it out, roll out your shoulders, downward facing dog. Go ahead, spread the fingers again, set it up, lifting your hips up and back, grabbing mat with fingertips, bend deeply through your knees, look at the space between your thumbs, lift your heels, and a light step or hop up towards your hands. Halfway lift, hands to shins, inhale, stretch your chest forward, and bow the crown of the head down to the mat as you exhale. Wiggle the feet together so your big toes are touching. You might leave a little space between your heels. Chair pose, bend your knees, stick the butt back, then sweep the arms up so that they align next to your ears. Make sure you can see your toes here. Bring the hands together in front of heart center. Take an inhale. The elbows are out wide. Twist to your left as you exhale. And then lower the right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Now check out the right knee. If it's like mine, maybe it hinged forward a little bit. Swing the right hip back. So now your knees are in line. Then press firmly through your hands and try to spin your chest up and over to the left. So now the thumbs are aligning in the center of your chest. Whew. Breathe. Look down for balance for this transition. Yogi's choice, we're going to step the right foot towards the back of the mat for the lunge, or maybe some of you, more advanced variation, are going to find a float of that right leg back for a moment, and then we'll meet back in our lunge. Still connecting right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Press through the ball of the back foot. Keep that big spinning of your chest over to the left. Good. Hopefully we all got there. We'll unwind to warrior two. Right arm goes back, left arm forward, and we spin the back heel flat. Relax the shoulders here. Keep that rhythm of your breath. Straighten the front leg out. Flip the front palm to face up. Reach the front arm up and back, back hand down the back leg, inhaling. Reach the left arm forward as you exhale. Bring the right hand to the right hip. Keep reaching left hand forward, pause. Roll the right shoulder back for our variation of triangle. Then hover the left hand to the inside of the left leg. Keep rolling top shoulder back, spinning the bottom ribs under. And see if you can put a little bend in the back of that left knee so we're not locking there. Feeling the side body at work as we hover that left hand. Good. Then look down just beyond the front foot. Start to bend the front knee and reach your left fingertips forward. Half moon pose. The back leg drags and then hovers above the mat. Now keep rolling the top shoulder back so our chest is opening to the side of the mat. Activate the back foot by flexing it. Breathe. Some of you, maybe the half moon is like this and the back foot's hovering just above the mat. That's okay. We just want to keep open to the side of the mat. Some of you are maybe a little more parallel to the side of the mat. Good. Draw the right knee into your chest. Square your hips, your chest down to the mat, and then come all the way up to the standing. Reach the arms up. Find your balance here on the left leg. Right knee and hip in one straight line. You can point the right toes here. Bend your elbows in line with your shoulders, goalpost or cactus arms. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to your right. So towards the bent knee. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Stretch the right arm back behind you. See if you can look back towards that back hand. If that's a little tricky for the balance, you can just look sideways or down. You might stay here. Some of you, maybe if the hamstring's feeling open, are going to trace the right hand along the right leg, or left hand I should say, to grab pinky toe edge of the right foot, extend it out. Now it's totally okay if this right knee is bent. Let's try to keep the left leg as straight as we can, so the standing leg. And make sure that the leg can stay there with or without the left hand. Turn to face the front of your mat. Reach your arms up. If that knee is still bent, everyone extend the right leg out. Try to lean forward a little bit more. Lift it as high as you can for 3. Ooh, sweating now. 2. On one, right foot down to the mat and dive your hands down, fold. Drop the back of the neck. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. Right knee over right ankle, lower the left knee down, cushioning it up if the knee is sensitive. Left fingertips can come over to the left a little bit more. We'll bring the right hand on top of the right thigh. Scoot the foot forward. Again, we want knee over ankle. Roll your right shoulder back. So now we're letting the hips melt down to the mat, so we're getting even deeper into the front of that left hip. Spin your chest over to the right, staying here. Maybe some of you would like to reach the right hand back towards the back foot and catch the pinky toe edge of it. If that doesn't feel the best for the left knee or for the quad, no worries. You can reach back without holding the back foot or stay here. If you do have the back foot, think about pulling the heel towards your butt. Bend your right elbow. And then everyone left shoulder out of left ear. Last breath. If you have the back foot, release it. Bring your hands on either side of the front foot. Rock your hips back, so left hip over left knee, and straighten the front leg, pulling the toes back, balancing on the heel. So getting deeper into that hamstring stretch. Keep reaching your heart forward rather than folding down. You can stay right here. If you did want to intensify it a little bit, you might bring the hands to the outside of your right leg and take the left foot off the left side of your mat and twist over to the right. So think about inner thighs moving closer together. Ooh, you should feel that really strongly here on the outer strip of the right leg, not just the hamstring. Soft bend in that right knee. Remember, if that's too much, you do have the forward-facing variation. Last couple breaths, guys. Good, let's unwind. Rebend the front knee, bring both hands to the inside of the front foot. Tuck the back toes under, walk your right foot to the right side of the mat a little bit. Lift the back knee off the mat. Left foot steps around left hand, Malasana. Yogi squat, lift hands up to heart center. Our elbows are to the insides of the knees, pressing out gently. We're lifting the heart towards our thumbs. We're lifting the butt away from the mat a little bit. Yogi's choice to stay here. We've got about 4 or 5 breaths. Maybe some of you want to play on your hands a little bit. Arm balance. You can take your crow pose around the upper back, heels to butt. Some of you might like to invert from here. It's up to you, yogis. Of course, holding your Malasana is a perfectly awesome place to work. Lengthening your spine. Good, final 2 breaths. Ooh, I know if you're holding Malasana, the legs are probably feeling it. Last one. Go ahead and forward fold. Lift your butt up, turn your toes to face forward, drop your head, shake out the legs. Halfway lift, inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, keep that length as you fold belly to thighs. Wiggle your feet all the way together. Again, big toes touching. You might leave a bit of space between your heels. Chair pose. Bend your knees. Sit low and reach the arms next to your ears. Look down. We want to see our toes. Bring the hands together in front of your heart space. Elbows are out to either side. Inhale. Exhale, twist to your right. Bringing the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Look at the left knee. Hinge the hip back so both knees are even. Then press deeper into your palms to revolve your chest over to the right and up. Ooh, should feel nice in the upper back. Then trying to keep all this, just turn your head to face down. Looking just in front of your toes, the left foot will make its journey to the back of the mat. Now you choose, yogis, whether it's a quick step or maybe some of you, a slow, controlled float. Feet hips distance apart. Keep that revolve. I know I lost mine a little bit. Keep the back leg strong. Breathe. Good. Open up warrior 2. Whew. Spin the back heel flat. Right arm goes forward. Left arm goes back. Shoulders melt down the back. Arms are strong. Straighten the front leg. Flip your front palm. Reverse your triangle pose. The front arm reaches up and back. Left arm down the back leg. Then exhale to reach the right arm forward. Take your left hand to the hip. Roll the shoulder back. We'll drop the right arm to the inside of the right leg to hover here. We want to revolve our chest to the left and up. Spin the side ribs under a little bit more. If it's better for the neck, you can look down. Feel your side body at work. Then look beyond the front toes, bending into your front knees slowly. Right fingertips will reach forward, back leg will drag, then float and lift to half moon. Remember, your half moon can be a little bit more upright if you're just starting to practice balancing on one foot. Left shoulder rolls back. Some of you may be more parallel to the mat. Keep all 4 corners of the standing foot grounding down. It's okay if you do a little dance for a moment. Come back to balance. Left knee draws in towards the chest. Square your hips, your chest down to the mat, then roll up the spine to standing with the left leg lifted. Lift your arms up. Ooh. Left knee and hip in one straight line. Point your left toes. Bend your elbows. Goalpost the arms. Inhale. Exhale, twist to your left. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Stretch the left arm back behind you. Maybe look back behind you as well. Remember, you can stay right here. If you like, you might reach for the pinky toe edge of the left foot with the right hand and start to stretch the left leg out. Knee can still be bent a little bit here. Straight, straight, straight through the right leg. And remember, that leg doesn't need the hand to stay there. Good, then everyone look forward. Reach the arms up, extend that left leg straight out in front of you. Holding it here. Try not to lean back. We're leaning forward a little bit more. 3. Ooh, leg is vibrating. 2. On one, left foot down. Dive your chest, your head down to the mat. Drop the head. Step your right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Left knee over left ankle, then lower the right knee down, maybe with that cushion underneath the knee. Right fingertips can come over to the right a little bit more. Left hand on top of left thigh. Roll your left shoulder back. Lifting your heart over to the left and up. Staying here, melting the hips down to the mat. Or maybe some of you, left arm reaches back, the thumb is facing up. Staying here, or if it's all right with the right knee, you catch the pinky toe edge of the foot and pull the heel towards your butt. Deep into that quad, bend your left elbow a little bit more. Check in with the arm that's down, shoulder out of ear, soft elbow joint. Good, stay present, guys. Stay with your breath. Last one. If you had the back foot, release it gently. Take the hands on either side of the front foot. And then rock your hips back so the right hip stacks over the right knee as you straighten out the front leg. Hands will frame out the left shin. Staying here. Pulling the toes back towards you, our half splits. Or if you want to go a little deeper to the outer strip of the left leg, hands to the outside of your left leg. Let the right leg swing off the right side of the mat and turn your chest over to the left. Press through the pinky toe edge of the left foot. Ooh, remember, if that's too much, unwind. Legs like a twist tie here, which you can always untwist. Good, let's unwind. If you're twisted, then everyone bend the front knee again. Hands will frame out the front foot. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your back knee off the mat. Walk your hands forward of the front foot. Step the right foot forward. Halfway lift. Hands to shins. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, fold down. Wiggle your feet together. Big toes touching. Little space between your heels. Chair pose. Again, bend your knees. Reach the arms up. Hands to heart center. Inhale. We'll twist to the right again as we exhale. Let the left elbow come to the outside of the right knee. Swing the left hip back. And then revolve your chest again. See if you can go a little bit deeper towards that left tricep. So you can pull the right hip back. Snuggle in there. Staying here, or toe stand. Drop the hips down towards your heels. Lift your heels away from the mat. But remember, you can stay in chair. Some of you guys maybe are finding a twisted arm balance. Crow pose or side crow. Hands can face forward towards the top of the mat. We'll hop back a little bit here. Shoulder distance apart. We're going to reach our chest forward. Elbows hug towards each other. The legs are on the left arm. Squeeze your heels to your butt. Something chaturanga here with the chest. Elbows bend. Good. Flex or point your feet. Good. If you're on your hands, feet come back down. Everyone forward fold. Let that go for a moment. You're dropping your head. Maybe you're rolling out the wrists if you're on your hands. Good. Second side. Bring the big toes to touch. Bend your knees. Let's get low first in our chair pose and reach the arms up. Hands to heart center. Inhale here, elbows wide. Exhale, twist to your left. Right elbow connects with the outside of the left knee. Right hip and knee pull back. Then you spin your chest up and over to the left. See if you can work a little deeper and towards the right tricep. Holding here. Some of you maybe find balance on your toes, dropping the butt down to your heels, lifting the heels off of the mat. Keep twisting your chest to the right. Some of you find balance on your hands. Take them down. Right hand facing forward, left hand facing forward. Reach your chest towards the top left corner of the mat. Elbows bend and squeeze, heels towards your butt. Remember, these are totally optional. Hold whatever variation you're playing with. Good, we're gonna meet back in forward fold. Feet touch down if you're on your hands. Everyone, drop the head, drop the arms. Whew. Let's take the feet about hips distance apart. Bring the butt all the way down towards the backs of your heels. Sit down. Nice job, guys. So we're going to be staying down, finishing off our practice in just a moment. Grab some water. I know our flow was getting pretty heated, pretty intense there. Let's stretch our left leg forward. Sitting up as tall as you can, the right knee is still bent. Can you pull the right heel in a little bit closer towards you? Now, if you feel like you're going to roll back, you might want to elevate your hips a little bit up on a cushion. We'll take the right fingertips behind your back, left elbow crease around the outside of the right knee, so the front of the right knee here. Hug the knee into your chest as you sit up tall. And then exhale to twist and look back over the right shoulder towards the right fingertips. You can stay here if you're comfortable crossing the right foot to the outside of the left leg. You might feel a little bit more of a stretch in that right hip. But everyone, let's keep the right hip grounded and the front foot flexed and engaged. Staying here, maybe some of you are bringing that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. If you're taking that variation, we don't want to think about cranking or twisting and pushing. Just use your breath to softly move deeper if the body's ready for it. We're never pushing and shoving into any poses. Nice, whatever variation you had. Let's release, come back through center and take a counter twist over to the opposite side of the mat. Hands come down, bend the elbows a little bit, lower your chest, and press back up. Let's extend the right leg out in front of us. Bend your left knee. Bring the heel in nice and close towards the bottom left knee over left ankle to start with. Flex your right foot, your anchor leg. Left fingertips behind the low back. Right inner elbow crease to the front of the left knee. So scoop the knee into your chest to help you sit up tall. Inhaling. And exhale, twist to look back over the left shoulder and down. Think about moving your belly over towards the left. Remember, you can stay here. You might be crossing the left foot to the outside of the right leg, only if you can anchor that foot down and the left hip down. Maybe some of you are bringing that right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And just gently moving with your breath. If you feel really rigid here, where can you soften? Shoulders, belly, neck. Good, let's release. Take your counter twist over to the opposite side of the mat. Bend the elbows, lower the chest a little bit, and back up. Stretch the left leg forward, then bend both of your knees, walk both of your feet in just a little bit here, soles of the feet to the mat. Reach the arms on either side of your legs. We'll take a slow roll down to our backs, and I mean slow. So just pause for a moment when you get to that point where you just want to roll on back and hold. And smile. And wonder why. So let's just assess how we feel when things get intense and challenging, and see if you can kind of relax into it, even though the belly might be shaking a little bit. Try to keep the soles of your feet pressing down. And then very slowly we'll roll the rest of the way down onto the mat, tucking the tailbone under. Can you connect first the low back to the mat, then the mid back, then your upper back, your head, your shoulders, your arms. I'm going to spin around. Last couple poses here. Walk the feet in. Brush the backs of your heels with your fingertips. Knees are pointing towards the ceiling. Bridge pose. Press your hips up towards the ceiling, opening up the front body. Letting your chest move a bit closer to your chin. There's weight in the backs of your shoulders. There's weight in your feet. Any variation with the arms. If you need a bit of extra support here, you can bend your elbows, press your triceps into the mat, lift the hips. Some of you might like to rock the shoulders underneath you and clasp the hands. Watch the knees are not knocking out. We're firming the knees in towards each other. Last breath. Good. If the shoulders were tucked under, untuck your shoulders. Slow roll down the spine again, this time from the upper back, mid back, to the low back. Take your feet a little bit wider towards the edges of the mat. The knees are still bent. Open the arms by your sides, or if you like, you might take them overhead to hold opposite elbows. See which variation feels good. Let's windshield wiper the knees from side to side. And then coming into stillness, find a comfortable position for the body for rest. So you might take the same pose that you started off with, arms and legs wide. If you've got that pillow, you can put it behind your head or underneath your legs. If you want a little bit of extra hip opening here, you might take a Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly, soles of the feet together. Just kind of snuggle the shoulder blades down the back a little bit. Close your eyes. If you know there's a lot of distractions at home, if you've got a little towel, blanket, you might place it over your eyes. Find a sense of ease in your breath. Find softness in the body, in your mind. And find the balance between the efforts of the movement, the poses, the shapes, and ease, practicing stillness and rest. So this is where I will leave you guys. If you can stay resting for a little bit longer, please give yourself a couple more minutes to try to stay with your focus inward, stay present, and as you're ready, coming back up, you'll make your way off of your mat. Thank you so much for joining me for this live session here through Yoga Tree's account. It was my pleasure to connect with you guys, to guide your flow. Please send any comments my way via Yoga Tree or my personal account. You're welcome, guys. And please keep finding the time through these online videos or through some quiet personal meditation to quiet your mind, to try to manage the anxiety that I know a lot of us are feeling. Reach out to each other like we have been through social media, through chats, and stay safe and healthy out there, guys. Namaste. Hi, guys. Oh, thank you, Anna. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully we feel really open through the upper back now. You're welcome. You're welcome, Stephanie. You're welcome, Stellana and Victoria. It's so nice to see all of you guys here. Hey guys, hope everyone's been well and staying indoors as much as they can. Aw, Amy, thank you. Today was a great day to stay in and do a practice together. It's not the nicest weather out. Oh, Simi. Bomb, Laura. You're so welcome. You're welcome, guys. Keep tuning in. Yoga Tree is going to keep offering these free classes for as long as we can. So just keep checking to see when the classes are being offered and what classes they are. You're welcome. This one is going to be posted for 24 hours, so if you want to do it again tomorrow, you can, or share it with a friend, you can do that. You're welcome, guys. Thank you for joining. The cats, well, there's just one here at the moment, but they were very well behaved this time. No interruptions. You're welcome, guys. Hey. Anyone else out there maybe not washed their hair for a few days? Was there 2 live sessions? Oh, I think there was a live session earlier today. There was a 10 a.m. class. Maybe that's what you're referring to. Comencia. But again, I'm going to save this when I sign off in just a moment so that you'll be able to access this for 24 hours on the Yoga Tree account. So if there was some sort of issue, you can always play it again later or tomorrow. Hopefully that answered your question. All right, guys, I better sign off. If you want to continue to send me messages over at my account, it's Laura Mac Yoga, or send any feedback over to Yoga Tree's account. Hi, Sandy. All right, bye, guys. Thank you for joining in.